The Walking Dead, Season 1, Episode 3, Tell It to the Frogs. The third episode of The Walking Dead Season 1, Tell It to the Frogs, shifts focus to the survivor camp outside Atlanta and explores themes of reunion, guilt, and the challenges of group dynamics. It provides emotional depth while continuing to develop the tensions and dangers of the post-apocalyptic world. Plot summary. Rick reunites with his family. The episode begins with Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, and the group returning to the survivor camp after escaping Atlanta. Rick is shocked and overjoyed to find his wife, Laurie, Sarah Wayne Callies, and son, Carl, Chandler Riggs, alive and safe. Their emotional reunion is a touching moment that underscores Rick's motivation and the deep bonds of family. However, Laurie is unsettled by Rick's return, as she had believed him to be dead. In his absence, she had begun a romantic relationship with Shane Walsh, Jon Bernthal, Rick's best friend and fellow sheriff's deputy. Laurie immediately ends the relationship, but Shane's lingering feelings for her create an undercurrent of tension. Merle's fate. At the camp, Rick learns that Merle Dixon, Michael Rooker, was left handcuffed to the rooftop in Atlanta. Feeling responsible for Merle's predicament, Rick decides to return to the city to rescue him. Daryl Dixon, Norman Reedus, Merle's younger brother, reacts with anger and determination, insisting on joining the rescue mission. Rick, Daryl, Glenn Rhee, Stephen Yeun, and T-Dog, IronE Singleton, form a small team to retrieve Merle and the bag of weapons Rick left behind. Their departure sets the stage for a dangerous journey back into walker-infested Atlanta. Life at the camp. Meanwhile, the dynamics of the survivor camp are explored. The group includes diverse characters with varying backgrounds and perspectives, creating both camaraderie and conflict. Andrea, Laurie Holden, and her sister Amy, Emma Bell, bond while fishing, providing a brief moment of normalcy in the chaos. Dale Horvath, Jeffrey DeMunn, serves as a wise and calming presence, maintaining the group's morale. However, tension erupts when Ed Peletier, Adam Minarovich, an abusive husband, hits his wife Carol Peletier, Melissa McBride, during a group gathering. Shane intervenes, brutally beating Ed in front of the group. While his actions protect Carol, they also reveal Shane's growing anger and instability. The rescue mission in Atlanta. Rick and his team return to Atlanta and navigate the dangerous streets to reach the department store rooftop where Merle was left behind. Upon arrival, they find Merle's severed hand, indicating that he had escaped by cutting off his own hand to free himself from the handcuffs. The gruesome discovery shocks the group and raises questions about Merle's fate. The group retrieves the bag of weapons and prepares to leave the city, but the events leave them on edge, knowing that Merle is still out there, potentially seeking revenge. Key themes and elements. Family and loyalty. The reunion of Rick, Laurie, and Carl emphasizes the importance of family as a source of hope and motivation in the apocalypse. Similarly, Daryl's insistence on rescuing Merle highlights his loyalty, despite his brother's volatile nature. Conflict and tension. The episode delves into the challenges of group dynamics, from Shane's outburst against Ted to the moral dilemmas surrounding Merle's fate. These conflicts foreshadow the difficulties of maintaining unity in the face of survival, sacrifice and responsibility. Rick's decision to return to Atlanta reflects his strong moral compass and sense of responsibility, even when it puts him in danger. The brutality of survival. The revelation of Merle's severed hand and Shane's violent behavior underscore the brutal reality of life in the post-apocalyptic world, where survival often comes at a moral and physical cost. Character development. Rick Grimes, Rick's determination to rescue Merle and his emotional reunion with Laurie and Carl reinforce his role as a moral and determined leader. Shane Walsh, Shane's jealousy and anger begin to surface, hinting at his growing instability and the conflict between him and Rick. Daryl Dixon, Daryl's introduction as Merle's younger brother adds depth to his character, showcasing his loyalty and resourcefulness. Laurie Grimes, Laurie's internal conflict over her relationship with Shane and Rick's return adds emotional complexity to her character. Memorable moments. Rick's emotional reunion with Laurie and Carl, a heartfelt scene that contrasts with the chaos of the apocalypse. Shane's brutal beating of Ed, revealing his protective instincts but also his underlying rage. The group's discovery of Merle's severed hand, a shocking and gruesome moment that underscores the lengths people will go to survive. Daryl's fiery reaction to Merle's abandonment, showcasing his fierce loyalty and setting up his character arc. The camaraderie and brief moments of peace at the camp, highlighting the humanity of the survivors. Conclusion. Tell It to the Frogs is an emotionally charged episode that balances moments of hope and heartbreak with intense conflict and danger. It deepens the relationships between the characters, introduces new tensions, and sets up the stakes for the group's ongoing fight for survival. By exploring themes of family, loyalty, and the brutality of the apocalypse, the episode continues to build the rich and compelling world of The Walking Dead.